And joining us tonight is Seth Grove, Republican, Pennsylvania State Representative. And Mr. Grove, first, thanks for being with us here. Good to have you. And what happened? Dominion was going to be transparent. They were going to be clear about what transpired through the evening and mornings of November 3rd and 4th. And suddenly, they didn't appear. What happened?
Lou, thank you for having me, and happy Thanksgiving. Today, we attempted to have an honest and open dialogue with Dominion Voting Systems. They operate elections machines in 14 of our counties. It consists of 1.3 million voters. About 19% of total votes cast in Pennsylvania use the Dominion voting machine, including in my home county and myself. Obviously, there's a lot of alleged conduct by Dominion. We wanted to get to the bottom of it. And actually, Dominion approached us. They provided the committee a white paper of kind of facts and fictions and said, anything you need, we want to be there to help address with your constituents and individuals who are reading all these accusations, want to ensure that their vote actually counted to whom they voted for. And there wasn't any misconduct by a voting machine company to manipulate the election here in Pennsylvania and across the country. Unfortunately, we didn't have that opportunity today. We asked them if they wanted to come in for an informational hearing, which is kind of the lowest level hearing you can get. They weren't sworn in. It was virtual. It was more of a relaxed atmosphere of conversation and questions with both Republican and Democrat members of the committee. And they decided at 8:30 last night that when discussing with their attorneys, they decided not to move forward because of alleged and potential litigation, which is very disheartening because anybody, any legislative committee, any legislative body in the country should be fearful, because if we're going to base testimony in front of the public, particularly for an entity that we purchased their machines, taxpayer money was expended to provide a public good, can walk away from any committee hearing based on alleged litigation, how are we ever going to do oversight and ensure that anything truly happens
I'll
moving
tell you
forward?
the answer to that. You know the answer to that. You're going to have to subpoena them. You're going to have to carry out an investigation. And you know that's going to take time. And it's going to be probably too late in many instances for decisions that have to be taken in the next couple of weeks. But the reality here is that Dominion right now has an opportunity to be forthcoming, to explain how great their system was, why they took decisions that they did, why these allegations against them are invalid. But instead, we have a situation, Mr. Grove, where the state of Pennsylvania and other jurisdictions don't even know who run these companies. They have officers, but we don't know the ownership. Do you know who owns Dominion? Do you know where their servers are?
We have no idea. Nope, we have no idea.
And,
we don't know what kind of we don't know what kind of software they use.
This is stunning because we go around the country. It's how did they get contracts?
Right, and you know there's certification processes for every state. Texas denied theirs in 2018. Pennsylvania passed theirs. So states really need to look at their certification process and increase it moving forward to ensure we don't have situations. And Dominion's the only voting machine that I know of that has any allegations against it whatsoever. They still haven't addressed. That's the problem. No. People don't know. People want transparency, and they had. And you were spot on, Lou. They had the opportunity to come forward in a public forum to address these concerns and wipe away any doubt with the use of their machines. You know, if I were a Dominion CEO or employee, I would take that to heart and say, yes, we want the opportunity to publicly discuss our machines because we know they work, we know they were accurate, and they provided the support and needed process to ensure we have fair administered elections in every jurisdiction, whether it was Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, and they didn't take that. Instead, they walked away and didn't provide any transparency or openness to the people of Pennsylvania. And basically, they unfortunately, I think they themselves are starting to validate those accusations that they say aren't true because of it.
Seth Grove, we thank you for being with you, for having you with us, and we hope you get to the bottom of it and how in the world the state of Pennsylvania could have put itself and its voters in this situation. By the way, and Pennsylvania is not alone. It goes across the battleground states. The state of Texas alone, by our understanding, is the only state to decline to use Dominion software because of the issues that have arisen in this very election.